Good morning, everybody. In the previous classes, we were studying about the agriculture. In agriculture, we studied about the growing patterns, primitive substensive farming, intensive substensive farming. Then we studied about the Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. Then we started dealing with types of crops, that's wheat, rice, maize, sugarcane, jute, cotton, etc. After now studying all this, we are going to deal with the technological and institutional reforms. Like, why do we require this? So, as agriculture has been the mainstay of India economy for thousands of years. Regularly we have been using this. So constant use of land without appropriate techno institutional changes has hindered, means created problem in the pace of agricultural development. Mostly the Indian farmers are depending on monsoons, natural fertility and seeds, old methods of irrigation. What were the old method of irrigation? So you call them as the flooding fields and Persian wheels, wooden plough, bullock carts, and this has seriously consequences on agriculture. And even today, when we are talking about when we are developing still about 70% of the population. There is immediate need for the implementation of technical and institutional reforms. Still, a lot of people are unaware of the techniques that are used for a betterment of agriculture. Then the right to inheritance, RTI, inheritance, right to information and right to inheritance, means a created small and fragmented land holdings. If our forefather had a large land, our forefather divided that land among their sons, and they divided their land among their sons. So in this pattern, our land holdings has been reducing. This created problems after India became independent. Independent. Thereafter came the land reform. Land reform was the main focus of India's first 5-year plan. So every year when we elect a government, and that government is elected for 5 years. So that's why they are known as 5-year plans. So when we got independence and first government was been chosen, and that government made some land reforms. That's why we have land reforms were introduced by government to improve the conditions of agriculture and also the farmers. So what was done by the government? Some of which were abolition of zamindari system, collectivization and consolidation of land holdings. These were some reforms that were done. Then in the year 1960s and 1970s, we had a green revolution. Then we had a white revolution known as Operation Flood, where white revolution is used for milk, green is for agriculture, were initiated to bring about improvement in the fields of Indian agriculture. Development and improvement was restricted in few areas only in the starting. Now, let's see what were the institutional and technical reforms. So, very first, subsidy on electricity, purchasing seeds and fertilizers. To ensure farmers continue to improve agriculture. Consolidated and collectivized farms to make them economically viable. This was the first thing. Then the government made use of widespread use of radio. Because farmers, and even in olden times there were no use of television, was not so much popular. So radio was very found in every home. Akashvani This was the name for radio. So Akashvani was being delivered through radios and guided the farmers to grow better crops. So widespread use of radio, and in early, or because the late 20th century, the television became popular for acquainting farmers in new and improved technology for cultivation. So today we can say that we have television, so they can see and hear both. Previously they could only hear, now they can see and hear and understand how crops can be grown. Crop insurance to protect the farmers against losses caused by crop failure. So every government has used that ki per bigha they would give a compensation if the crops are failing due to either lack of rainfall or by fire or any other thing. Special weather bulletins and agricultural programs for farmers on television and radio are delivered so they can see the way. Okay, on television they can see that how cropping should be done, how water is to be given. Though agriculture people have a lot of knowledge, they don't need such explanation, but still if they are not up with the technology, they are going to stay behind. So they have to watch and listen to these technologically updates. Well knit network of rural banking for farmers to help them get loans to modernize agriculture. Modernize agriculture. Means modernize agriculture means they can take a loan, money from the banks, and whatever they require for the cultivation of food crops or crops, they can buy it. They can buy tractors, fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, then pipelines or sprinklers, etc., etc. Announcing minimum support price for the crops. So as you now these days you are watching televisions, that you can see how farmers are doing strikes. They are coming on roads. Why they are coming on roads? Because of the new money, new farmers bill. What they are going to get the benefit, what they are not going to get the benefit, you can go through the newspapers and TVs to get more updates. Grown by farmers to check exploitation of farmers by middlemen. You can commission to people who take commissions are known as middlemen, and speculators. They have to face a lot of problem. This money, the middlemen, they ask for their product at low rates, and when they get it, they stock it and then they sell it at a higher price. They gain more profit. The farmer who is doing agriculture, labor, he is not getting his price. Then the government is also now providing remuneratives. Remuneratives and procurement prices for important crops to check the exploitation by the middlemen and the speculators. They have used Kisan credit cards. In short, is known as KCC. And personal accident insurance schemes. PACE, PAIS, PACE, personal accident insurance schemes are a few schemes introduced by the government to develop more agriculture, give benefits to the farmers. So a lot of technical reforms have come in India also.